to welcome you to this pre-assessment interaction of ISO 9001-2015 remote assessment. Now, as far as this conference is concerned, the objective of today's conference is that, very soon, I don't know, what is your preparedness level? Maybe next week we will have your actual remote assessment. But before that remote assessment, we would like to check out certain points. And those points, the objective of today's conference is that to do the risk analysis, because the ISO 19011, the standard which we follow for conducting the audits, that standard says that whenever we do the remote assessment or any normal assessment, we have to do the risk analysis, because when we conduct any activity, we have to ensure that that activity is effective. So in order to see that the audit activity is going to be effective, we are going to do the risk analysis. After that, we will discuss the flow of the assessment, and then we will see how your operational activities will be witnessed. Now, let us come to the risk analysis as far as this remote assessment is concerned. We are conducting this assessment using the ICT, that means Information and Communication Technology. So first of all, there has to be an agreement from the auditees organization. That means from the organization, you have to have an agreement that yes, you are ready for the remote assessment. So I would like to ask you this specific question. Are you ready for the remote assessment? Do you have an agreement?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Thank you. The second point is we'll discuss about the confidentiality, security, and data protection. Now, as far as the remote assessment and the technology is concerned, we use this Microsoft 365. Right now, what conference we are having is on the Microsoft 365 platform, which is considered highly secured. So any data which we exchange, any data we transfer and receive, it is protected. That data will not leak anywhere. So I would like to assure you that we are using very secure internet and the communication as well as the technology platform, so your data is protected. Secondly, for live streaming, we are using WhatsApp video calling. And WhatsApp, as you know, it's a double encryption nowadays. So WhatsApp data is also very secure. Now, whatever information you send us for this audit purpose, because you will be sharing with us your, documentation, your records, your artifacts, you will be doing live streaming. So whatever data you send to us, that data will be used by us only for the purpose of the audit, and it will not be used for any other purpose. And once our audit report is ready, we will make sure that data is deleted from our server. So we are not going to, retain your data. We are not going to retain your information. And as far as the confidentiality is concerned, we would like to assure you that, the data which we receive or data which we see, data which we hear during the audit process will be strictly kept confidential and it will not be disclosed to any third party. Now we'll come to the use of appropriate information and communication technology. As I've said earlier, that we are going to use Microsoft 365 platform. In case if you are not comfortable with Microsoft 365 platform, then we can also use Google Meet. Okay, so I would like to ask this question to you. For your company, which video conferencing platform you are using?
Are you using mostly Google Meet?
You're using Google Meet. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you are comfortable with Google Meet, then I would suggest you share your Google email IDs with me, all of you, and I can create a Google Meet and I can send you the invite for the audit. And we are, or rather, I am equally comfortable using Google Meet also. So we can use Google Meet. Sujit, make note of it. Make sure that we have the Gmail IDs of all the auditees. And we also would like to have the mobile number of all the auditees. Now, one thing that is confirmed that we are going to use the Google Meet for the video conferencing. Now, as far as the live streaming is concerned, we use basically WhatsApp. So how do we do live streaming? I'll come to it later on. But in WhatsApp, what we do is that in WhatsApp, we create a group called, for example, we'll say Raptor Bread Initial Audit or Audit, simply Audit. So that group is going to be created. That group will have two admins. There'll be one admin from your side and the other admin will be Sujit Mari. Uh, Whoever is going to participate in the audit process, they will be all member of that WhatsApp group. So in order to form the WhatsApp group, please share your mobile phone numbers with Sujit Madi and he will create the WhatsApp group. And let me assure you that once the audit process is over, we are going to dismantle that group. We don't use that group again. So, we would like to make sure that, after the audit is over, I would like to assure you that you are not going to get good morning messages from us. Okay, so there'll not be any botheration for you. So that is about the information and communication technology. The people in the organization, you have to, ensure that people in your organization, that means people see in your purchase department or people in your maintenance department or people in your production department or people in your quality assurance department or people in your warehouse and the stores department, they are aware that we are going to conduct the remote audit. Otherwise, when they see the camera moving, suddenly some people get taken aback, they feel very surprised. So you have to tell them that, look, we are going to use the remote audit process and we are going to use the laptops and camera very extensively. So you be prepared for that. Now, as far as the operations are concerned, I would like to, caution you that wherever there is an operation, when you are using the camera, when you're using the mobile device, either you can use your mobile phone or you can use your tablet or you can use your laptop, but make sure that you be aware of the environment around, because many times people are using camera, people are using laptop, they are not aware what's happening because there will be some material stored, there will be some equipment, there will be some movement of people and the material. So you have to be very aware of that what is happening around and what is the background, and accordingly you have to ensure that we go through this particular audit process. Now we will come to the flow of the assessment. When actually we conduct the assessment, we'll start at your time, 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock, whatever is comfortable to you. When we start the audit, we will start with the opening meeting. The opening meeting, of course, it will be conducted by me, and there won't be much in the opening meeting because most of the things I'm explaining you now. After the opening meeting, we are going to have the walkthrough of your facility. Now, walkthrough of your facility, that means it is going to be a live streaming. For live streaming, we are going to use the mobile camera, mobile video camera. So you have to switch on your mobile camera. So there'll be team of people. So one person is handling the camera. So you see the viral videos where the person is holding camera and is talking to camera. Please don't do that, because then you will not be aware what is happening around. So make sure that there is somebody who's holding mobile camera or the tablet camera. For example, I'll tell you, if I'm using the mobile camera, normally I use the tablet like this. So I see the bigger picture. So that is also I do it. But in your case, it is not possible. It is fine because you have to show me what is happening around. So first we will have the walkthrough of the facility, live streaming. Then we would like to see your support activities. Support activities, that means we'll start with the audit process. So support processes included your human resources. That means your training, competence, awareness. We will not see much finance department, but we'll see document control, training, and facility maintenance. Those departments we'll see, and then we will see the key activities. That means from design to delivery. I know that you don't have the R&D included in your certification, but then manufacturing will be part of it. So we will see the entire manufacturing process from raw material to the finished product. After that, I'm the only assessor, so there'll not be an assessor. Then I will have the conference with your MR management representative. And after that, we are going to have the closing meeting. So we will start the audit in the morning and we'll finish the audit by the late afternoon, depending on how well you are prepared. If you are prepared well, then we can finish the audit as quickly and as early as possible. If you are not prepared well, if you have not kept your documentation very well, it takes time. And let me tell you, it is very painful process. It's very painful time because I have to wait for you to arrive and share that document here on the video conference, and you have to get those documents. So I'm going to share what all documents we expect from you. So make sure that you keep everything ready, and then we'll have the closing meeting. So far so good. Whatever I've explained you got it correctly? Yes, no, maybe?
Yeah, we have got correctly, but I have just one doubt in the walkthrough of the facility. See, there are many areas in the manufacturing where the network issues are there. Okay, so in that case, if we make a video at that moment only, and then we share with you through some platform, through WhatsApp or something like that, is
Yes,
it
yes,
okay?
fine. That is fine. That is fine.
Yeah.
So now what I would like to see in a walkthrough of the facility, live streaming. So we will start from the company outside. So we would like to ideally start with your security gate. From the
Mm.
security gate, we would like to see how the visitor management is done. And now we are going through pandemic, so how the COVID-19 protocols are followed in your company. And from there, we start from there, we come to your access control. Access control, again, access control, we would like to see COVID-19 protocol, the screening and the precautions. We would like to see your manpower movement. We would like to see the material movement. The material movement includes your raw material, your immediate and finished products, your packaging material, the receipt of the material, the storage of the material, the issue of the material, and the dispatch of the material. I would like to see the operations and your lab environment monitoring equipment with a calibration status. Like in the production, if you have any environmental monitoring and lab, of course, you're going to have the environmental monitoring equipment. So we would like to see those equipments and the calibration status. We would like to see your all listed plant, machineries, equipments, instrument with the nameplates and the status labels. We would like to see the display of your standard operating procedures. We would like to see your information technology equipment and server where your data is stored. We would like to see if you are maintaining the hard copies for your quality management system, where the hard copies are stored, what is the storage facility. And then we would like to have the personal protective equipment. You will have your helmets, you will have your safety goggles, you will have your safety showers. Wherever these personal protective equipments are there, we would like to see how they are stored. Then we would like to see your firefighting and protection equipment. And then we would like to see the company, operators, if it is in lab, the analyst performing the duty. So maybe we would like to talk to the production operators. We would like to talk to the lab technician or a lab analyst, or maybe we just would like to check out randomly with people what is happening, what they're doing. So that is going to be the part of our, walkthrough of the facility. Now this, either what you can do is that whole process, you can record it and you can show us the video. That is also fine with us. So it is not necessary for you that you have to do on that particular day, on that particular time, because as you have rightly pointed out, in certain enclosed area production facilities, you may not get the internet signal and it will create a problem. So you can record the entire walkthrough. I'm going to share this presentation with you, don't worry. So in fact, we are having the video recording of this presentation. So I'm going to share this recording with you. Now this is going to be a new normal, I mean, there is a possibility that maybe next year also we'll have a surveillance audit through this remote audit methodology, until unless the COVID-19 fear is totally gone and this problem is totally sorted out. Okay, so now we move on to how we are going to witness the operational activities. When I see the operational activities, I'm basically talking about two activities. One is the production activity, and the second is your lab testing and analysis activity. So here, whenever we are talking about the core activities, that is operational activities, which includes production and quality assurance, either you can do the live streaming. If live streaming is not possible, then we can do the vertical audit. Now, what is a vertical audit? The vertical audit, that means right from the dispatch, we take the documentation. I'm going to explain it further, when we move forward in this presentation, and we go through the entire trail of documentation. So in order to make sure that you follow your system, so that is called the vertical audit. If vertical audit is not possible, or in combination, we can have the technical interview. So we would like to interview the production operator or production manager or production officer. We would like to interview your maintenance engineer, or would like to interview a lab analyst, how the particular test is performed. So that is a technical interview. We will do it. If that is also not possible, then you record the whole thing. Now, recording, we understand. For example, we don't know, your one batch probably would take, how many days it takes one batch to process in your case?
See, including manufacturing, filling, packing, it takes around 2 shifts or 2
Two
days.
shifts, 2 shifts, 2 days. So in that case, you have to record start, middle, and end. Okay, and you have to show us how you complete your batch manufacturing record and the quality assurance record. So recording is also fine with us. So, we have so many options. Either we can do live streaming, or we can do the vertical audit, or we can do the technical interview, or we can have the recording. Now, recording, it's good because once you have done, it's going to be used for other audits also. Now, let us come to the audit process. Now, audit process, what process we are going to follow? The auditor will select the number of finished product dispatches, reports, and delivery notes or invoices. Okay, so you have to keep, for example, whatever product line you have, from each product line, you just take out 2 dispatch notes or delivery notes, 2 to each from the different time span. And then from there, we would like to see how the data traceability is flowing. So we would like to see the information regarding the material traceability, the motion of the material, the manpower, who are the people who are, participating in the production process or in the quality assurance. We would like to see their training records. We would like to see their competence record. Now, when it comes to the workstation and the production area, we would like to see the maintenance, the routine maintenance, preventive maintenance, periodic maintenance records of those facilities, production facilities. And then in case there is any issue is there, then how the issues are sorted out, how issues could be non-conformities during the production, how do you, or at the time of testing, how do you process the non-conformity? Would like to see that. And then we'll come to the documentation, the entire documentation of these areas, these processes. And then finally, how the follow-up is maintained, like if there is any non-conformity. Now, follow-up in the sense, for example, if you have an internal audit activity, during the internal audit, if you come across any non-conformity, then how do you follow up for the closure of the non-conformity? That is what we would like to see. Now, these are the mandatory documents and records required by ISO 9001 2015. I'm just going to read out a list to you. A scope of the quality management system, clause number 4.3, quality policy, clause number 5.2, quality objectives, clause number 6.2, criteria for evaluation and selection of your suppliers, clause 8.4.1, monitoring and measuring equipment calibration records, clause number 7.1.5.1, records of training, skills, experience, and qualifications, clause number 7.2, product service requirement review records, clause number 8.2.3.2, record about design and development outputs review. I mean, you are not into design and development, so we will skip this. So then we will come to the characteristic of product to be produced and services to be provided, clause 8.5.1, product specifications, records of customer property in case you have any customer property, customer supplied material specifications, packaging material, production service provision, change control records, Records of conformity of product services with acceptance criteria, that is your final quality assurance. Record of non-conforming output, monitoring and measuring results, internal audit program, that is 9.2, result of internal audit 9.2 again, results of management review clause 9.3, and result of corrective and preventive action. So these are the mandatory records which we are going to see. Now, some of the non-mandatory records which are not required by the standard, but at the practice, most of the organization, they have this kind of documentation. I think you also should be having. So procedure for determining context of the organization and interested parties, procedure for addressing risk and opportunities, procedure for competence training and awareness, procedure for equipment maintenance and measuring equipment, procedure for document and record control, sales procedure, procedure for design and development. Of course, it will not be applicable in your case, procedure for production and service provision, warehousing procedure, procedure for management of non-conformities and corrective action, procedure for monitoring customer satisfaction, procedure for internal audit, and procedure for management. So these are the documentation required by us. What you need to do is that now, if you have a hard copies of those document, it will be very difficult for us, because if you try to show us the hard copy to us on the camera like this, I'll not be able to read anything. So make sure that you have the soft copies. In case you are using the hard copies, you scan those copies and keep them in the digital form. I'm going to share this presentation and recording with you. It's going to be with you. Go through it once again and make the folders accordingly. So when I say, hey, I would like to see this particular record, you immediately go to that folder and click that folder, and then you share that folder on the screen. And the Google Meet is very adept as far as this sharing screen is concerned. So you can share the screen and I can see the entire documentation. Okay, so far so good. Do you see any issues as far as these particular things are concerned? As far as documents and records are concerned?
So as a security concerns, how we can take that?
Sorry?
For the document. So how we can take care for the security concern of the document?
All your documents on the Google Meet also, if you share with us here on the screen, okay. So once your screen is blank, once you take out that, once you stop presenting, that document is with you. That document is not with us.
Okay.
Okay. So, and anyway, whenever we conduct the audit, we ask for certain documents from you. So in order to prepare a report, so that documents you have to, that you have been giving us for a long time. And that is the audit evidence which we need to collect. Okay. Now, as far as the online security is concerned, anything which you share with us online, it's all secure platform. There will not be any data leakage until unless there is a hacking take place. So I don't think this is a financial data or something like that, that hackers will be, so interested in us what we are doing, because ever since the pandemic broke out for past almost now 1.5 years, we have been conducting remote audits. We have conducted hundreds of remote audit, and we have not received a single complaint that there is a concern as far as the data security is concerned. Okay, so I don't think, and if you have any concern, you let us know. We will try to work out some solution for it.
Yes, sure. Thanks.
Okay. Now we will move forward, because since you will be using, camera, I will not be giving you a course in cinematography, how to be a good photographer, but basic things you should know. Now, what are the basic things as far as the camera shots is concerned? There are 3 types of camera shots: the wide shot, medium shot, and close up. Okay. So whenever you want to establish the background, whenever you want to establish the context, whenever you want to establish the scene, you have to use the wide shot. That means in the wide shot, you see, I can see the entire background and I can see the person standing in the background. So that is the wide shot. Okay. The medium shot is that your body part upwards. So I see the person. So for example, if you take me to a lab, so in the lab, I would like to have the wide shot when we are entering the lab. When we come to a particular equipment, so for example, if you have an HPLC, then I would like to have the medium shot. So in the medium shot, I see the equipment and I see your operator standing there. The analyst is standing there and he is performing the testing. And the extreme close-up or the close-up where you go close. So if I want to see a reading on the instrument, okay, then I tell you that, okay, I would like to have the close-up. So this is the language I'll be using. I'll be saying that, okay, give me a wide shot. So, you go pan out. So you take the camera back. So right now, if you see, right now your camera is the medium shot. Okay, so you are at the medium shot because I don't see the entire conference room. And if you just go behind, if you take out the camera and you move behind, then I will see the entire conference room and I'll see you all four of you sitting over there. So that will be a wide shot. Right now, what we have is the medium shot. All right. Now you see I'm coming closer to the camera. So it is a close-up shot now. So I'm here now. This is my camera is set up. So this is a medium shot. So in the medium shot, you can see myself and you can see my office over here. Okay. So the camera shots are clear to you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, whenever you use a camera, whenever you use a portable, whenever you are going to use a mobile phone for recording, I suggest that you use a selfie stick with a tripod. You go to any corner mobile shop, accessory shops. They sell these selfie sticks for 250 rupees, 200 rupees. Okay, so please don't hold the mobile phone in your hand. Take a selfie stick and put it on the selfie stick so that when you hold the camera with the selfie stick, the camera is steady. The camera is not shaking like this. If you put in the hand, the camera will be shaking like this. And then if in the selfie stick you have the tripod, so when you put it on the tripod, so for example, if the person is performing his activity and if you keep it on the tripod, that means on the stand and on the table, the camera will be very steady and I'll be able to see the whole thing. Okay, so that is what normally people use it. So today evening or tomorrow morning, please go out and buy a selfie stick and start using it because you are going to require it. And in fact, I don't know whether you had earlier experience in going through the remote audit. Nowadays, even your customers also performing the remote audit. Even the FDA is also performing, the US FDA is also performing remote audit nowadays. Okay, so this practice will be very helpful to you when you are going to face the other audit. So camera angles and the how you hold the camera is very clear to you. Yes.
Yes, yes, we are clear.
Okay, fine. Okay, so now, as I've told you, whenever now, if I'm going to send you the Google Meet, whenever we are conducting, I mean, when you have the audit date in mind, when you would like to conduct the audit, have the audit.
We will confirm the final date, but tentatively in the week commencing 23rd August.
23rd August. Okay, no problem. I think that gives you sufficient time to prepare for the audit. Okay. Second thing is that when I send you a Google Meet invite, use the individual laptops. For example, I'm conducting say production audit, then production manager should use his laptop so that it becomes very easy and it becomes very personal conversation. Otherwise, what will be happening is like, everybody wants to come to conference room here to connect with the document. It will be very difficult. But when I want to see the activity, you have to take your camera out. So that should not be the case. So wherever the activity is been performed, you have to stay over there. You have to sit there with your laptop, with your mobile phone, if it is possible. And then, now as far as the internet is concerned, camera, fine, you don't get a camera. But if you are sitting on your desktop, I think everybody has got a LAN connection.
Yes.
Yeah, so you have a LAN connection, your internet will be very steady. Your internet won't be any problem. Okay. So please use your individual laptops for the audit. I mean, when we are having the opening meeting, yes, all of you, wherever you are, today I'll tell you, we have conducted audit for a US company. People were there from all over US. People were there from East Coast. People were there from West Coast. I was there in India, here in Mumbai. There was their representative and their quality assurance people were in Hyderabad. So all of us, we joined through our individual laptops. So, it gives an experience that we are all together. So the beauty of video conferencing that you don't have to be there in one room to be in the conference. Okay. So for example, I'm sitting here at my home, at my residence, but still, as if I'm talking to you. So similarly, you can be in your own departments on your own laptop, and still it will give us the, feeling that we are in the one room. Okay. Is there any problem doing that?
There won't be any issue. We will do that.
Fine. All right. Okay, so whenever you use your own laptop, make sure that you use your headset like this. Use your headset like this. Okay, I don't use a headset because I have the professional setup here. All right, so I have a professional setup, so without using the headset, I can talk to you. Now, if you don't have the professional setup, use this simple. You get it for 350 rupees. Use this headset, because what it happens that is it cancels out the background noise. Because in the production area, because in the warehousing area, because in the other areas, there'll be background noise, and then it becomes difficult for me to hear what you are saying. All right. So please use microphone and the headset. It will give you a very optimal the experience. Now, whenever you make a call, make sure that you have your laptop mic and speakers are muted, because if I'm talking and if your microphone is not muted, now I think you have a fairly good system, because I don't see any echo coming back to me, because whatever I am saying, there are some very enclosed spaces out there. If your microphone is not muted, then whatever I'm saying, I get that feedback back to my ear. So that should not happen. Think about background where you are sitting. So in the background, for example, if you see, I have a window, but on the window, I have a curtain. If I open the window, the entire sunlight is going to come out. If the sunlight comes, then you will not be able to see my face. You will only see my, silhouette. So that's a problem. So don't sit where the window is behind you and the sunlight is coming. I will not be able to see your face. Then in the background, make sure that people are not moving around. If the people are moving around in the video conferencing, it creates a lot of disturbance for me, because I'm not being able to concentrate, because people are just jaying around, people are just walking around. Make sure that you are in your own place. There is no disturbance around in the background, so that it becomes very easy. Make sure that your doors are closed. If you're sitting in your own cabin, in your own office, people are not coming out and open and banging the door. That also creates a disturbance. All right. So now when you join the meeting, now, for example, whenever we join the meeting, make sure that you join at least 5 minutes early. Okay. So if you are going to schedule a meeting, you be ready, be ready, everything, check your camera, check your microphone, and then be ready, check your documentation, whatever you have stored in the computer, check your background. And to check all that, you have to be 5 minutes early. That is what normally we do, is that whenever, nowadays, every now and then, we have the remote audit, or we have a conference with our clients. So we have to make sure that we have to be in early in the meeting. So that is what normally we do. Then we check with each other. Okay, I'm sharing a document, whether you can see that or not. So make sure that you join early. Otherwise, what happens is that we have a habit of joining early, because we want to make sure that everything is all right. But if you are not ready, then it becomes a problem. Secondly, always have your tech support guy, always have your technology person available all the time. In case you face any technical issues with the laptop, with the Google Meet or with anything, immediately you can call that person. So please tell your tech support person not to take holiday on the day of the audit. He should be always available. Whatever connectors are required, cables are required, he should have enough stock out, because there'll be an emergency. For example, today there was an emergency. Your video conference for conferencing facility equipment was not working. So finally you have to shift to your laptop. So in case if you have to have the change of laptop or any other thing, that person is always available. Okay. Uh, Now enter the meeting with your microphone muted and camera off. And as soon as you are there and everything is fine, then you can switch off your camera. Whenever you would like to take a break during the conference, if you are sitting individually, you can switch off you can ask for a permission that I would like to take a break. Yes, because we have to take a bio break and we have to have, have food, because we'll be having a lunch break as usual. We'll be having a tea break as usual. So whenever we have a break, make sure that, you take a permission, you inform that I'm taking a break for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, switch off your video camera, switch off your, mute your microphone. And then once your break is over, again, come back. Don't leave the meeting. The link which I'm sending you through Google Meet, that link will be active throughout the day. Anytime throughout the day, you can click that link, you will join the meeting. So even if you leave the meeting, you can again rejoin that meeting by clicking the link. It is very simple. From your side, appoint someone as a moderator or a convener. So from our side, Sujit Madik is going to be the moderator. That means he is going to be there during the audit process all the time. In case there is a signal loss, in case there is a drop in line, in case there is any technical difficulty, immediately he will call up the person from your end and you will coordinate and make sure that auditor and the auditees are connecting together. Okay, so moderator, be sure you be on the alert. And of course, as I've told you, that Sujit is going to create a WhatsApp group also for live streaming. So Sujit, make sure that you have everybody's mobile number and email IDs. Forward them the email IDs to me so that I can create the Google Meet meeting whenever we are planning the audit.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So just keep your microphone muted, speak in concise and clear manner. Use the camera. Um, I'm very particular about, I want to see the faces of the people during the audit. It's as simple as that. Because when you see each other, you feel that kind of communication taking place, because one person is using camera, one person is on video, the other person is blanking himself. There is a break in communication. So you are on the video call all the time. So make sure. Yeah, for example, if there are 3, 4 people, for example, now Sujit is there from our organization, Shailesh is there from our organization, they have not kept their camera open because they are not participating. They are just facilitating the entire meeting. So if they have switched off the camera, that is fine with them. But you being the participant in the audit process, you have to make sure that your camera is on all the time. Of course, whenever you would like to have a break, you can switch off your camera and microphone. All right. And right side, either you use the Google Meet or you use Windows. There is the chat button. You can see your chat, and I have just typed it here. Hi. Okay. So whenever I would like to ask for any documentation or whenever I have any observation, I'm going to type it in the chat over here. So you can also type in the chat. The chat is very useful when there is a loss of hearing. You don't see the voice of other person. And many times what happens that, the person has mute.
Hello. Hello.
This is you need to type, hi sir, your microphone is muted. Okay, so now I get to know that microphone is not working. So I can unmute my microphone. So use this chat for a communication also. All right. So these are the these are the basic things you have to take care. As far as the audit is concerned, we are not going to record the audit. We are recording this meeting for your benefit, because once this meeting is over, we are going to share this recording with you because it will be useful to you. Right now, I understand the 4 people are attending this meeting, but there could be many people who would be participating in the audit. So you can show this recording to them and you can tell them that this is how the audit is going to take place. So with this, I have completed my presentation. Now we are open for questions and answers. So if you have any questions, if you have any queries, we can take those.
So is there any fixed time to show the documents which required by auditors?
Fixed time in the sense, as I've told you, that all this, I have this recording will be shared with you. Make sure that all your documents are in the digital form and they are in a particular folder. So for example, you have a quality manual in a particular folder, quality system procedures are in a particular folder. If you want to have the internal audit records and management review record, they are in a particular folder. The training, competence, awareness, all those records in a particular folder. Your production records, the BMR. So in the BMR, if you take one particular BMR, okay, in that BMR, you have to make sure that all the documents related to that BMR, right from the raw material, packaging material, intermediate material, finished product, all the document where the traceability is there, that traceability I would like to see. So they are in one particular folder. Okay, so everything you have to have the record. So whoever is responsible, for example, if I want to go in a quality assurance department would like to keep all their documents, their SOPs in one particular folder, the records in their one particular folder. So I would like to see, fine, this is a batch number so and so. I would like to see the records. Now this is the raw material which you have received. I would like to see the quality control records of this particular raw material or this particular packaging material. All right. So you have to maintain the digital copies. And you say that, what is the time required? Time required is very easy. I mean, this is when you share a document, it is instantly seen here on my screen. All right.
But specifically, I'm asking about any technical documents raw data. If you are asking some calibration documents of specific any equipment or the QC instrument, so that we have to be ready for that, and specifically for that time, I am asking about.
Technical record, I mean, what technical record? Production record, quality assurance records?
He mean to say that during the round or during live streaming, if you ask any particular record, to scan it or to make it in a digitalized form, we may need some time. So is it that it is our choice that anything
Okay. If you in that there are 2 ways of doing it.
Yeah.
One way is that on the WhatsApp there is a camera. If you see your WhatsApp, there is a camera. So you just click that photo here and send it through the camera. So that becomes very easy. Or you take that document to your scanner, you scan that, and then you show. That is also, but that takes time.
Yeah. So basically, what is our worry is that like we will keep few examples ready, what you have said with the traceability. However, like some impromptu documents, if asked, then sharing that within that time frame.
No. Then you have to tell me that this document digitizing it's going to take a time. Okay. So make sure that you keep a handyman, and that handyman takes that document and he does the scanning immediately. Okay, and the scanning is done in PDF format, not in the JPEG, because JPEG file is a heavy file. It's very heavy to load. Don't do JPEG. always use the PDF. All right. So keep a handyman ready and tell them that whatever documents I give you, you have to make sure that immediately you have to scan those documents in PDF and give it back to me. And that handyman can keep what I say, the thumb drive, the USB drive with him. So you just plug in the USB drive and wherever you are, he just plugs in and you get that document immediately and easily. So that is possible. All right.
Yeah, and you will share the audit agenda with us, right? Like what type of documents, what type of, because we will get the list of documents, I believe, from
These are the documents you see here. I have already shared with you.
Yeah.
These are the
Apart from
documents.
that,
Apart from this,
there
nothing is
will
required.
be an agenda,
These are the
right? Or this
documentation.
okay, fine.
So
Okay.
you have specific time for the opening meeting, for the walkthrough, for all the facility documentation scene. Is, is that type of the agenda you have?
Yeah, normally we get an agenda of an audit.
Yeah, we'll send you the agenda. Yes, we'll send you the agenda, of course. But as I've told you that if we start the meeting, if we start the audit at 10:30, then at 10:30 we are going to have the opening meeting. After the opening meeting, this is the agenda of the audit. If you see here, this is the agenda. First is the opening meeting. After opening meeting, there is a walkthrough of the facility. After walkthrough of the facility, we are going to have the support facility like your training, your document control, internal audit, management review, all that we are going to see. Then we are going to your key activities, that is your production and quality control activities. Now, as far as the time is concerned, I mean, we can give you the time slots, but the point is that my experience that it is very difficult to maintain the time slot because people are moving around. We have to be flexible. So this will be all flexible. And don't worry, we have to make sure ultimately that audit is effective. So I would not like to give much importance to the time slot. I would like to give importance to the effectiveness of the audit process and your convenience, of course.
Yeah. What about like from HO also, like you want a marketing person to join or a
Yes,
purchase
marketing
person to
person,
join?
because it's been long time that marketing people have not participated in the audit. In fact, the past couple of audits, and I used to always remind Dr.
Girish.
Dr. Girish that your marketing people don't participate. So do make sure that someone from your marketing department, 1 or 2 persons, they are available for the audit. Make sure that you pass on their email IDs and the mobile phone to Sujit Madik so that they can be part of the audit process as well.
Okay, no issues. Yeah. I think we are fairly clear what exactly we have to do. This is our first experience with the online audit also. So probably
I
we
see,
will
I see. Okay, no, fine. Don't worry. It will be all smooth and easy. And I'm
I think
here
this
to.
experience will
I'm here
help
to.
us. Yeah.
Sorry.
This experience will definitely help us.
Yes, definitely, it's going to help us because this is the new normal. Let me tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. The only thing I miss, conducting the on-site audit is that having tea and biscuits, with the auditees. So I mean, now I have to have my own tea. That's all right. So I think the you have now fair idea how we going to go about it.
Yes.
All right. So be in touch with Sujit. Sujit, be in touch with them.
Yes.
Fix the audit date, and accordingly, we'll send them the audit schedule.
Yes.
And we'll you be the moderator for the audit, and
Okay.
we'll make sure that they are comfortable through the audit process.
Yes, definitely.
All right. Anything else?
No, thanks.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Okay. So thank you very much, and all the best, and stay safe and take care. All right. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.